to them. By them not being unaware. That's why I said people like to draw other folks into their mess. He was disobedient. Now he's sitting up, he causing things to come on his parents, and they don't even know how they came from. Eating stuff unaware. So they sit up and they ate the honey. Not even knowing. Now Samson, he ended up marrying this pagan wife and everything. And when he married this pagan wife, at this reception, he brought over, I think, about 30 or some companions. A lot of people came to the wedding. Now, Samson, here he go with his arrogance. He making riddles. Okay? He's sitting up, he making riddles to the Philistines, to her people. He said, the riddle was this: from the one who eats comes something to eat. And out of the strong comes something sweet. Now, he told them, now, if you all can solve this riddle, then I will go ahead and I'll get you all, I think it was 30 robes. Now, and it was luxurious robes. It was, put it like this, it was of value. Now, so, and he told them vice versa. If they solved it, he'd get it. So the people who sit up and saying at the reception or either whatever you want, the festival, they were sitting up saying, wives, they couldn't figure it out. So he sit up and asked his wife. He said, they told him, why are you bringing all this wrath upon us? To have us come over here and leave going back poor. We don't know what this riddle is, you know? And they told her, they said, now if you don't tell us, this is the beginning of it, when they started putting up their bribes and stuff. Now, if you don't, and threats, if you don't tell us what the riddle is, we're going to burn down your house and your father's house as well. You in your father's house. And so, I don't know if it was out of fear or what, but she told him. So Samson lost the bet, and he went off and he killed some Philistines. Now, see, God, what I like about this, God wasn't even in the plan in the midst of this. Because at the time, the Philistines, they had rule over them. So this is way of God is just setting some stuff up. Somebody sit up and say, set up. Because it's being set up. Samson don't know it's being set up. Because all he knows is he wiping out some Philistines. That's all he knows. So he sit up and he wiped them out, and he just sit up and he tucked the robes back to him. But he sit up and said, he told him, and when he gave it to him, he said, but if y'all hadn't a mess with my, and he didn't say woman, he said, if y'all hadn't a mess with my heifer, you wouldn't have got the answer. So he got mad at her. He finally got a little sense, okay? He finally realized that, okay, she's the one that told the riddle. So he got mad and he went back home to Mama and them. And when he went back home to Mama and them, her father stood up and gave his wife to his best man. But let me tell you, I don't know if y'all remember the song. Do you know how smiley faces always waiting to take your place or something like that? The backstabbers. Ain't no sense of going home because Joy got your woman and gone. Okay? So, when he decided to go back to his woman, she was gone. His best friend had married her. So he was upset about that. And that started a whole nother issue with him. Now then, to bring up, to speed it up a little bit farther, then there was the thing with Samson and the prostitute. Now this prostitute, she lived in a Philistine city called Gaza. And Samson, he went into her, laid with this woman and everything, and surely the Philistines, they knew they had him then, because they figured when he come out, he gonna come out weak, he gonna come out tired, and they were sitting at the gate, but they fell asleep, and they said, because we gonna wait for him, and we gonna capture him, and we gonna kill him. But he stood up, he came up out of there, he came up out of there. Not only did he walk through the gate, but he took the pillar post and the gate with him and carried it for about 40 miles. So the man had some strength. So they was never able to catch him. Now, with Delilah, this other woman, Delilah. Now, I searched the scriptures. I can see where he was married to Delilah. I see where he was married to the other woman, and then I know the other one was somebody, he just a one-night stand, a prostitute. But Delilah, it doesn't really say a whole lot about her. But this is a woman that he was with, and he was just crazy over. He had a fatal attraction for this woman. And I'm going to tell you all glitter, everything that glitters now. He had a fatal attraction. This is another one he knew for sure. This was the one right here. So she sat up and she began to nag him and nag him. You know, at this time the Philistines, they owned her too, and they want to know. They offer her money because they really want to get Samson now because he done killed off their men and everything. So Samson told 3 lies to Delilah. Now the first lie he told her when she tried to get up out of him, where his strength lies, was like this. She sat up and she nagged and she wanted to know and everything, and she cried and she just nagging and nagging. If you love me, you'll tell me. You know how to score. If you truly love me, you'll tell me. You know. So he gonna sit up. He getting tired of her just nagging him about this thing. So he said, well, okay, I'll tell her a lie. So he will get weak. He told her, he said, I'll get weak if you tie me up with 7 new bowstrings. When he fell asleep at Delilah's place, she did exactly that. She tied him up. And then when she tied him up, she told him, she said, Samson, the Philistines is upon you. So Samson, he woke up out of his sleep and he just snapped them instantly, the cords, he just snapped. So she crying and she nagging, if you truly love me, you just wouldn't be lying to me like that. So then again, she's on him nagging, nagging, nagging. You know, the Bible talks about a nagging woman. It talks about, if I'm not mistaken, I read over in Proverbs that it's better for a man to sleep on the rooftop than to go in the house with a nagging arguing woman.
My church.
Now, this woman was constantly nagging him. Now, with Samson, he said, well, he can't take it no more. I mean, he all up with his boo and everything, but he just can't take the nagging. So he told her the second nag. Now, if you tie me up with some new rope, now, I can't get loose from that. Just tie me up with some new rope. So she tied him up with some new rope. And she said, Samson. Now he should know by now. It's a setup. Tell your neighbor, it's a setup. It's a setup. He wake up this time. Samson, the Philistines is upon you. He wake up and he break down a loose. He can snap the rope. Okay. Now she back at him again. Well, baby, if you truly, truly love me, you wouldn't be making me look so bad and everything. You wouldn't be treating me like this. You would go ahead and just tell me the truth. Now, it should, right now, he should have, some should be telling him something just ain't right about this woman. Now, he told himself, okay, I'll play her game. I'm going to tell her a lie again. But let me tell you something. Sooner or later, if you keep playing with fire, you're going to get burned. If you sit up and say that you clean and you sober, and you're going to preach the word of God, you're going back, I'm going back to the crack house, and I'm going to preach the word of God to these folks that's still out here, lost and hurt and still in drugs. And I got my Bible with me, and I'm going up into the crack house, and I'm going to preach the word of God to them. Let me tell you something. Somebody going to get converted. Either you going to get converted, or they going to get converted. But somebody going to get converted. So you don't keep playing these games. So this third time, he told her, he said, now he getting too close to the truth. Tell somebody, too close. He stood up and told her, he said, now, if you weave together 7 braids of my hair, he said, that'll take all my strength. So she did it. She waited till he